Hey guys, Nick here. Just doing my review today over the Speck Candyshell. I've had this for a couple of weeks now. It was one of the first cases I picked up for the iPad, and so because of that, it's actually going to be the first one I do my review on. Now, this is very similar to the original Candyshell. It's the one piece with the silicone inlay on the inside. Now, you will notice the main differences on this is, of course, it's larger. The silicone the inlay has a few perforations in it to really do three things. It makes it lighter. It gives the heat that gets built up in here at a little spot to kind of dissipate and just get cooled off a little bit, so it's not just stuck up against the back of the iPad, as well as it does give any kind of dirt or grime a place to reside also. And the other main difference is, of course, the flap to accommodate the Apple iPad stand. Now, if you don't have the iPad stand, this can become somewhat of a nuisance, just because it's pretty easy to get put back in, but there is a little lip on right here that this actually has to get crossed over with for it actually to sit in there really nicely. So if you end up charging this a lot like I do, this can become cumbersome and something you may not like. I personally would have just preferred a pass through here also. I mean, it probably would have made the durability a little less right here, but even if you had done something like they did on the headphone where they just do the silicone rubber material, I think I would have much more preferred this case and liked it more than I do. But let's go ahead and touch on the other features. The headphones jack is just the perforations on here as well. Now, one nice thing they did, instead of having the silicone come all the way up to the edge on this, you guys can see that they actually made that plastic there. The real benefit of that is, since the silicone inlay is such a soft material and so kind of mushy, is that really would have eaten up a lot of the sound. So by making it just plastic here, you really don't lose any audio, and the silicone rubber material really doesn't eat that up very much. Now, let me go ahead and actually pop the iPad in here to do the button layout. That way you can get a good idea as to how everything lines up. Because I'd like to say everything lines up well. Unfortunately, that is not the case. There are a couple things in here that don't line up very well. And as you guys can tell, I mean, it goes in there pretty easily. It took me all about 10 seconds there. But the headphone, the volume rocker, you can feel it click really easily. That's not an issue. The accelerometer lock is really easy to get to. The issue I have actually resides on the top here. The headphone port, let me pull this up really close here and let that focus in, if it's ever going to. It looks like it's not, so I'll just throw up a screenshot here. But the microphone port and the microphone is not centered at all. I'd say about a good third of the microphone is covered, and with how small the microphone is, that third really does make a difference. Now, the headphone port, with how restrictive it is, you will not be able to use this with any studio style headphones with the bigger jack. So this will only work with consumer headphones, and even something with a 90-degree plug, I've had issues using it with this. So unless it's a 45-degree or just a straight up plug, I would not recommend this case unless you can try it in stores first, because I can use this with the Solo HDs, but luckily that plug flexes a little bit, so it gives me a little bit more leeway with it. But let's go ahead and actually touch on another negative I have, and that's actually the back. You guys can tell this thing scratched up pretty well, to the point where actually right here where the light's hitting, right there, you can tell that's pretty much all but rubbed off down to the core material here. So that's always been one issue I've had with the Candyshell, is it definitely gets scratched up extremely easy. And to the point on this one that right there, the materials, the glossy finish is all but totally taken off. But other than that, it is a really nice case. I'll get out of my screensaver here. It offers a nice lay on the table design, as you guys can tell. And it really does offer nice drop protection. Yeah, I'm a sound nerd. I have audio pictures of soundboards on my background. But, I mean, overall, guys, this is a really nice case. The only thing I would have liked to see improved is just something to get the back less scratch prone. That's an issue I've had with the Candyshell since day one. I'd also like to see a pass-through here on the bottom. And also, I'll probably have to do a screenshot for this, because I'm not sure this will show up. But I would have liked the silicone to take a little less of a beating. I've been using mine for, like I said, about a couple weeks now, and the silicone on the edges, yeah, that's not going to show up, so I'll just throw up a photo of it. It just has definitely taken a beating. But overall, for $40, I really still would recommend it, because those are really minor things. It still offers great protection. I have no problem using this, just kind of throw it in my bag and going. But overall, guys, so $40, definitely would recommend it. You can pick it up at either Speck's website or an Apple store. It comes in this black color and also a two-tone purple. It's kind of like a dark purple and a lilac, I'd say. But that's pretty much going to wrap it up, guys. So this is Nick, and I will see you all in the next video.